again. So I decided to might as well do a quick, I guess, what's it called, reaction to Enhypen's Paradoxxx XXX invasion. How do these, what's with these names? Like, these names are trolling me. They don't want me to be able to say them. Like, huh? Okay, so why not? Let's get to it, just because. Is this like one of those magic school buses things? Like, they're, I guess there's not really a driver. In this case, Miss Frizz is the skeleton. Okay. Sorry for the random magic school bus reference, but a quick JYP, or like, instead of JYP, it's gonna be Enhypen. I don't know if you heard that, but it like, you know, when usually in songs like, we're back, and then there's like the group's name, or like the producer, like, because for some reason all of the JYP songs have a random JYP. The song is very catchy for the first part, 50-ish seconds. I'm going to continue. Are they mannequins now? Like, wait, one moment they're on a bus, like they're student mode, and now they're mannequins or model mode? Like, huh? Or I guess it's Paradoxxx. It's not like Paradoxxx Invader. It's Paradoxxx. It's a lot. Okay, I get it now. Everything that's supposed to be logic is not logic, but everything illogical, like random stuff like flying, I don't know, like flying humans, is logical now. Okay. Interesting. He actually crashed a go-kart into the truck. I wonder. And not that now that I think about it, it's not I wonder how. I wonder how tall the truck is lifted. Wait, unless that's a CGI? No, it's not a CGI. Okay. For a second, it looked like it was an overlay, but I guess it's not. I was expecting there to be like that the guy, whoever was driving the go-kart at the wheel, but at the bottom of the wheel, but I guess it wasn't. Maybe it was, they removed the cart. But now that I think about it, logical stuff is illogical and illogical stuff is logical. So okay. Confusion. Why are they singing about Paradoxxx? I want to Google what Paradoxxx is, but I need to finish this first. I'll figure that out later. Come on, finish this video. No. Okay, so no Paradoxxx when there's, this is, seems like the logical version of, I don't know, like it's a logical version of themselves where like no paradox. Paradoxxx, no paradox, no paradox. Like, and then this is more of the illogical version because they're like instead of matching, like wearing like, I guess, how do you say, clean cut clothing, they're like all like mismatched outfits, and I guess this is a Paradoxxx version of them. Oh my gosh, for a second I thought there was things in the washer machines, but it turns out it was just empty. Doesn't it look like there's things in it? But most likely it's because the color from the outside lighting to make it seem like, because earlier it looked empty when it's like no Paradoxxx, but now there's Paradoxxx. This is trippy with this the drone shots. It's like, am I also spinning? Part of me feels like I'm spinning, but I'm not actually. So come on, hey, what's so cool, so let's see, what is Paradoxxx first? Observe self-contradictory, I think. Oh, Paradoxxx invasion, they're contradicting themselves, but by saying they're no Paradoxxx, they're saying they're not contradicting themselves. Okay, now into this. Okay, yeah, there's so many ads. Delete. Oh! We don't want ads. Go away, ads, please. Oh my gosh, I guess there's no way to get rid of that ad. Okay. Okay, so we back. How got me like, when we grow up. Sick of nagging. Logic. Illogic. What? Oh, okay. Don't cross. Outdated logic. So who's shaming who? No. World. Oh, true. This world filled with contradictions. Like, another thing about it, if it's talking about like K-pop in general, just like one thing's okay for one gender, but then for a different gender it's not okay, or maybe for one group it's okay for members to date, well, and if it's another group, members aren't allowed to date, but like if they date, like fans will go crazy, and then some fans don't go crazy if some of the idols date. Like, okay, that is kind of contradictory. And then I guess in this song they're trying to find a world that is not filled with contradiction and what is Paradoxxx? I can't remember. It saved my life. Okay, yeah, contradiction. So they're trying to prove that contradiction's wrong. Dream color is the contradiction of Paradoxxx. So let's see, Paradoxxx Invader. How come? Okay, so let's see. Okay, so I feel like since this is the first time it says to call me Paradoxxx Invader, this is the first time it's shown up. So I think maybe the invader is coming into their world and like messing around with it, and they're like, it's Paradoxxx, like Paradoxxx, but then they're also fighting back saying no Paradoxxx, and it's like back and forth. They're like them saying there is Paradoxxx, there's no Paradoxxx, like I guess in kind of like a debate. Okay, let's remove that ad. We bump out back in the days. I guess like they're looking back in the past, and then like it feels like everything that happened in the past is kind of like a dream, but turns out maybe a lot of things that happened in the dream is contradictory to what is happening in the real world. Like, I guess if in this case from the video, if this scene over here was considered the real world, the Paradoxxx version would be like suddenly like in random places, like the store or like the laundromat. Like this is okay. That this isn't really flattering. Go for it. Like okay, I give up. His hair. It's like it all went. It was like I give up. Gravity does not exist. Okay, so like the Paradoxxx is normal world versus this random crazy world where like it seems like everything's happening randomly as they're trying to travel through. Like the scene changes really quickly when it's during the Paradoxxx, like where they're singing about this Paradoxxx, there's no Paradoxxx, go back in time, but then it's like that's contradictory. It doesn't seem like anything that has happened in the past, not like real life past, but like in the video past. And then they keep on saying illogic is logic. So by going into the Paradoxxx world, everything starts to become logical in a way, because there's also that scene where the bumper car hits it's a go-kart. Go-kart hits the truck. Yeah, this one. Go-kart hits the truck, but then like the guy on the truck is still there. He's singing, and then like they're wearing the similar outfits. Like he's wearing this hoodie and jeans. Let's see. Where's which one was it? Gray hair guy. Him. I can't see. It looks like it's a hoodie and it should be jeans. This foot belongs to him, not him. Yeah, and like it seems like in the Paradoxxx world where it's more happy and for some reason. I guess in a way, being a Paradoxxx which world is filled with more happiness compared to like the logical world, because they're like studying, they look all serious, like they're working hard. Well, except for him, maybe. He's like playing around with airplane. And I guess wait a sec. Who was the guy playing with the airplane? I can't tell who it was. Darn it. Okay. That's not a flattering image of him either. Darn it. The Viper should be the right guy. It should be. Yeah, it's him. Like, it seems like he's the only one that realizes that the Paradoxxx world is actually fun, while the rest of them in the beginning are all serious. They're focusing on whatever they're doing. Like, he's the only one that's like playing around. Like, he's the only one with the airplane. Like, there should be a scene. So I guess since he's the only one that realizes the Paradoxxx world is fun, he's like trying to tell them, like slowly convert them and be like, hey, come join me. That's not the right. Come join me. This is. And then, okay, maybe I'll just stick to this one. And then it's kind of revealed that he's the only one that knows that they're free. That by going to the Paradoxxx world compared to like staying in the logical non-Paradoxxx world. Because if the other people knew the Paradoxxx world was so fun and interesting, wouldn't they all be looking as he was singing? Like, they'd be looking forward and then he'd be the only one singing? Who knows? I guess it's just a guess. And then at the very end, I guess he was able to persuade everyone to go to the Paradoxxx world. As you can see, they're going to the two cars that say, I guess they're called the trucks. Sorry, two trucks that say Paradoxxx Invasion. And then this whole thing falls down saying Paradoxxx Invasion. It seems like it's just because it's the song's title, but I think it's because the Paradoxxx Invasion is successful in like making everyone, I guess in this case, happy, or because they're going to the past. Because they were serious in the beginning, but now they're all happy. And they're all like smiles and they're walking towards Paradoxxx. I think this is going to, if this is a B-side, so I think this might be leading up to something else. Maybe maybe a title track for their next song, or maybe another B-side. This might be a connection to the next side track. Why am I calling it B-side track? Okay, so we'll just have to wait to see what they come out next, because if this theory is true that they're walking towards something that's like maybe different compared to what is currently happening, then that'd be pretty interesting. Maybe if this has a pretty good storyline, maybe a tiny bit confusing, but if I want, I'm going to be looking at some older MVs, so you guys just have to wait for that to pop up, because I have work, I have homework, so this is my few minutes of break time. I guess I'll see you guys later. Bye. Oh, camera's that way. Bye.